Today is a very special day. It's a very special weekend. W Fab is in the house. This team is so admirable. I look up to them so much. They work in such unison and they have so much momentum. Cry together, we laugh together, we build together, and we live life together. And that's what this community is all about.
They're not fucking friends. Those girls are not your friends.
If you were in WFAB and you want to continue working your money business, please reach out to Christy Stone. Her and her Alpha team will be happy to help you guys out. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Blanca and I create anti-MLM content as well as lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those, definitely hit the red subscribe button. Today's video, I am filming right before class and hopefully I get everything that I want for this part one, because I do think it's going to be multiple videos in regards to this topic, but we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of WFAB. If you guys are unaware of what happened over the weekend, there was a huge scandal with WFAB, which stands for Working From Anywhere Boss Builders. They definitely went that route instead of a boss babe because they probably realized how ridiculous it sounds. Even boss builder sounds fucking lame. But anyways, I digress. These women are considered to be like top leaders or what have you within Monat, or at least so they made it seem as they were top leaders. Over the weekend, one of the co-founders pretty much exposed the entire group. Showed group chats, showed receipts, voicemails, you name it. She just laid it out there for everybody to see and expose them for what they really are and what they are doing, which is highly, highly illegal. And if you guys saw my video about Madison Vining and Monique, then you guys know where this is heading. This individual, her name is Kelly, and I'm only saying her name because she has been very public about this, and she was also covered on Isabella's video, so you guys definitely have to go check out Isabella's, Chelsea, and Deanna Mims videos. They're putting it out before I am. Kelly, she just was a co-founder. Nobody had an idea that this woman was a co-founder of WFAB. Why? Because the way it was presented to the entire world, if you want to say it like that, it was Jasmine, Dre, Daniela Marie, and this other girl named Daniela. They made it seem as if these four girls are the ones that found it because they were always the ones that are like, oh, we're going to top leader dinners, we're going to a top leader vacation or party in a yacht or what have you. There was no mention of Kelly whatsoever. Come to find out that she is the one that started it with Jasmine. So now, after Kelly released all of the receipts, voice notes, everything, she just really wanted everybody to know what was happening because these top leaders were not telling anything to anyone. So when this popped off and the small anti-MLM angel caught wind of it, so thank you so much because I'm going to be sharing a lot of screenshots from the small anti-MLM angel, the MLM boss babe. I'm going to be sharing a lot of things from Isabella's video, Chelsea's video as well. So I'm going to put everybody's information down in the description bar below so you guys can go and check those out as well. But essentially, she's the one that really tipped us all off of what was going on. I go onto these accounts and then everything that has been happening and transpiring, these women are literally playing themselves as either the victim, that they're going to do something better, creating this FOMO that doesn't really exist for something that is so dumb. Number one. And then number two, a scam. They went from a pyramid adjacent to a literal fucking pyramid scheme. Let's get into the receipts because that's where all the fucking tea is at. I've been getting so many DMs about this, so out of respect for everyone to know the truth, I'm gonna address it on my story one time. I don't fuck with WFAB anymore because of the way Jasmine, the other girl I started WFAB with, and how some of the other leaders want to move. So I got voted off the Wake Up With WFAB by 8 leaders in the leadership chat since all other 30 leaders got kicked out of last minute with a 2-day notice that if they don't re-rank to MMB, they would be getting kicked out. Okay, cool. You want to give my Wake Up With WFAB day away to someone else? No problem, Jasmine. Whatever you say. Then 3 days later, all of a sudden, I find myself kicked out of all of the W chats, all of the leadership chats, the main one, the main WFAB one, and our Zoom link chat. When I confronted Jasmine as to why she would kick me out of all of the WFAB chats, this is what she had to tell her. Yes, I told you I was 100% with this business when we had our phone call, and I told you I am willing to work on getting better at my leadership. But then right after telling you that, you kicked me off of the Wake Up with W Fab Day, which demotivated me so much and confused me that you think you can take away from me the business that I built. Which she is right. Just because in recent times I haven't been showing up as much. I opened up to Daniela personally as one of my close friends on how I am feeling after you did that to me. And now you are using my private conversation I had with a friend against me. When also I never once told Daniela that I'm not doing this business anymore. Like I've said before, I would have loved to share my Wake Up with W Fab Day with Sabrina. She's amazing. It's the way that you guys handle the situation that threw me off and opened my eyes. Just because I don't always want to run things or move the way that you want doesn't mean I have an ego. I am a lot different than you, and just so you know, just because I don't always want to run things or move the way you want doesn't mean I have an ego. I am a lot different than you, so I'm just standing my ground and staying true to myself. Like we always say, you don't have to be like this or that person. You can find your own way to do this business by being you. But for you to kick me out of the leaders chat and the main WFAB chat with all of the people, last time I checked, I have roughly about 1,100 market partners in my organization. Like we always say, you don't have to be like this or be that person. You can find your own way and do this business just being you. But for you to kick me out of the leaders chat, the main WFAB chat with all of my people, last time I checked, I have 1,100 market partners in my organization that I'm building with is insane. I don't know why you would ever feel that that is okay to do that. You want to kick me out of Wake Up with WFAB? Okay, no problem. Sabrina has been putting in work. The majority voted, and I wished her all the best. But kicking me out of the chat, why would you do that? Let's talk about how much of a shitty friend Daniela is. Because if you're having this conversation, a private conversation with somebody that you consider your friend, and she is venting to you, why the fuck would you go and tell another person that has the power to kick her out or to do something and retaliate against her? Why would you do that? To me, that's an indication that she knew that that would happen and that perhaps she would level up, look good in Jasmine's eyes or what have you, and probably get more opportunities within the organization or leadership or what have you. That is fucking scummy. That is fucking grimy. That is disgusting. This is just showing everybody that what these MLM reps preach about community and friendship, it's a fucking lie. It's bullshit. We've been saying it all along. Once you no longer serve them, you're no longer producing, you're no longer making them money, or you're no longer ranking, they don't give two fucks about you, right? I have sources telling me that that is how Jasmine moves, that is how all of the leaders in WFAB move, except for Kelly. It's just really exposing all of the lies and how they really are in their true colors.
And in regards to you getting taken out of the group chats, it's the reason for that is because you are so hot and cold. You are hot and cold, Kelly, okay? You're telling me you're all in, and then you go and you are telling Daniela, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. First of all, you do know that's your downline, right? So, again, leadership thrown out the window, okay? And then, you're telling her you don't know, and this and this and that, and then people are showing me that you're doing crypto now or whatever. I don't even know what you're doing. And so it's very on and off. Like, I don't know where your head's at. And instead of talking to me and communicating with me and being honest with how you feel, you go and you tell your downline instead. Right? So you know what happens. Like, when people are hot and cold, they get... And that's exactly what happened. And this is, again...
Oh, Jasmine, you said the quiet part out loud. Notice how she said that Daniela was not her friend, but her downline. That is how she views every single person. Her downline. They are her downline until they produce for her, until they are making her money, until they are getting recognition and what have you. Then you become her friend. Other than that, if you don't continue to do any of those things and you de-rank, even though she deranked as well, you no longer serve her. You no longer have value in her eyes. Notice how you have to put in all of this work, right? But they don't tell you that when they're trying to recruit you. They tell you can do this in pockets of time. You can do this 30 minutes a day. You don't really have to, do this or do that. It's really convenient. You have all of this time freedom. Lies. lies, because that is essentially what Jasmine is telling her. Like, you're not showing up, you're not putting the works, you're questioning what we're doing. The structure, if you question Jasmine, if you question anything that is with MLM or what have you, she doesn't want people to think. She doesn't want people to bring a different perspective, because then she'll get exposed. The whole thing will get exposed and will be known as what it really is. A scam. The audacity for me that Jasmine would say that, knowing that she even vocalized it, that she dropped 7 ranks. 7 ranks.
And the very first time I deranked, God said, you ain't deranking 1 rank, you're deranking 7 freaking ranks.
The irony of this all too, there's many ironic parts to this whole debacle, is that they will tell you that, oh, you don't have to be like anybody else, you can do this at your own pace, there is no pressure. We don't pressure anybody. I remember a live that I also did a video on, have not edited that yet, but a live from Dre where it's like, we don't pressure people. If this particular person felt pressure to, you know, buy $5,000 worth of products, that's on her, not her upline.
So just because you made a poor business decision to spend before you actually work, that doesn't mean that MLM is bad. It means that you made poor business decisions and you need to live with that and you need to learn from that. It ain't got nothing to do with the industry, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yet, you have Jasmine over here telling you have to do this, you have to make a rank of MMB, or else you're not gonna be part of the leadership anymore. Las mentiras. They keep coming, they keep getting exposed, right? You cannot hide the sun with a thumb, all right? That's basically saying the truth will come out, and this is what's happening. I believe somewhere in this voice note, Jasmine mentioned something along the lines that there's a difference between showing up for your team, your downline, and then there's a difference between showing up for the entire group, the organization as a whole, right? Bitch. You're trying to present Kelly as somebody that didn't care, didn't show up for people, didn't show up, didn't build, didn't do anything other than just create it and then poof, didn't do enough. She brought into this WFAB thing 1,100 people. 1,100 people. That is a lot of recruitment. That is a lot of people to be in one whole thing, right? On top of that, sources are telling me that Kelly over here was different from the rest of the other leaders in the way that she actually cared for people's mental health if they were struggling with certain things. It's the fact that Jasmine is really trying to spin this narrative that Kelly is a bad leader because she was talking to her downline about not being sure that she wanted to continue in this business anymore. And that is very indicative because they honestly start blocking people. They preemptively block anti-MLM creators or anybody that questions them whatsoever. I've actually seen that on a live before. The whole difference between showing up for your team and showing up for the entire organization is that she perhaps was putting her team, them individually, if they had a struggle, if they had something going else in their life, that she was probably putting their needs over the entire organization, or in this case, over Jasmine's interest, which is to line her pockets. But she's trying to spin it as, no, it is Kelly's fault. She's not showing up. She's a bad leader. She doesn't know what she's doing. Jasmine, are you hearing yourself? You are saying you kicked me out of the chats because you think I'm hot and cold based off of my private conversation with Daniela. Since Daniela told you about our conversation, why would you not talk to me in the first place to clear things out instead of automatically just kicking me out of the chats? Yes, that is what a friend would do. If you're hearing something that's going on with your friend and they're struggling with something, instead of just being a backstabbing bitch, why not go and talk to her about it? Clear things out. No, she did not do that, obviously. If you scroll up, I did say I was going to message you this week until you cooled down. And after 2-hour conversation of trying to get you to open up, it didn't work. Fuck. The fucking gaslighting. Shit. I can't. I left the ball in your court and told you when you're ready to open up, you can message me. And instead of doing that, you went to your downline to vent. Like I said, you're difficult to communicate with, and anything I say or do, you take it as an attack instead of self-analyzing. This was the exact conversation I was trying to avoid. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to let you know why this is happening. You can do what you want with that info. Please let me know where your head is at with this business, and if you're still doing it, I'll add you back to the main chat if that's the case. So not only is she gaslighting her by saying it's your fault, like you're difficult to communicate, you're difficult to coach, you're the one that has the problem, it's not us, that she was trying to avoid this conversation with her. But if she really has that mindset, if she really wants to still be a part of WFAB and whatever they're doing, that she'll just add her back in. Like, she's the one that helped you build this. And that's how you're treating her? Caption reads, but we don't even ever kick people out of the main WFAB chats that aren't active in the business anymore, but you want to kick the person that created WFAB with you? She has a fucking point. I was simply trying to understand why you would delete me from the chats. I am still very confused about that because, as I previously told you, I am with this business. What is with this Mean Girls movie part 2 is the caption. I want you to know that I still care about you and that I want you to win more than anything. But coaching you all year has been tough and it seems like I've gotten nowhere with you. You've stopped growing and adapting to all of the changes we've done this year and you just don't talk to me about it. Meanwhile, I see other girls putting in 10 times more work than you and people see it. I can't favor people just because they are my close friends anymore. That will ruin the culture and the community that we've built. My intentions have always been to help people, even if it doesn't make them happy at the moment and they don't understand it. This all could have been avoided if the communication was clear. Should have taken your own advice on that one. It gets worse. Now, after all of that, after being kicked out of the Wake Up with WFAB and being kicked out of the WFAB chats, she messaged me yesterday that she is going to switch the whole WFAB team out of Monet and move them to iGenius. iGenius is a crypto MLM. Let me just tell you right now, off the gates, they are a pyramid scheme. Jasmine is taking them, like I mentioned earlier, from a pyramid adjacent to a literal pyramid scheme. And the thing is, there's a lot of women within WFAB that will blindly follow them because they truly believe in what they are saying. That is heartbreaking, to say the least, because these women are gonna lose a lot more money than they would with Monet. Like, I prefer for them, like, I thought I would never say this, it would be preferable for them to stay with Monet. Do you see how bad that shit is for me to say that it would be best if these women from WFAB just stayed with Monet because they would probably make a little bit of money in there? Yes, I heard from Daniela G and Daniela A that you already signed up to iGenius under Rakan, who is also known as, I think, calls himself the Arab Wolf of Wall Street. And his IG handle is like Bank of Khalifa or something like that. Really? The Arab Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, that doesn't really leave like a good taste in anybody's mouth. Like, if you guys know who the Wolf of Wall Street is, that's not somebody that you would like to be associated with. If you have, you know, ethics and morals. Just saying. It's crazy to me that you are telling me this now, once you and other leaders are already signed up, especially since you've been thinking about this since you dropped 7 ranks. Bitch, see? I told you guys early on in the fucking video that they were pulling a Monique and Madison Vining. They were literally switching. Jasmine is literally poaching her downline and moving to another MLM because she's not making as much money as she is presenting herself to be with Monet. That is the sole reason, the sole purpose as to why she's doing this. She's not doing this because it's gonna be a greater opportunity for my downline and my friends. No, it's gonna be a greater opportunity for her fucking pockets. That's what that is. That's why she's doing it. And from what I've heard, she's been at the same rank too for like fucking months or whatever. So everything that she's been posting, I'm like, I make 7 figures or 6 figures and I'm living my life. Bitch, that was a lie. And the fact that you've been talking about it for a while between Dre and both Danielas, but yet you never told the one person who has had the second biggest organization in WFAB and the person that has always told you to get into Bitcoin/crypto, who is supposed to be your best friend. Ooh, it's the backstabbing and the lying for me. It's the, oh, why are you telling this to your downline, your leadership skills down the drain, but then she's talking to her own downline about maybe I'm gonna switch into a different MLM. Different rules for thee, but not for me. And then she responds, please don't take it as a personal attack. This is me being real with you. Let's be real, we haven't been acting like best friends. So Kelly's not allowed to vent to her friend or who you consider her downline. She's not allowed to do that. She's not allowed to vocalize the ideas that maybe I don't want to do this anymore, I'm struggling with this, but you can't. You can go and talk to the 2 Danielas, to Dre, and say, maybe we should switch WFAB to this new MLM over here, iGenius, because I'm struggling, because I deranked 7 ranks, and because I want to make more money. So let's move this entire group of people to this other one where I'm going to make more money. That's what that is. It's about control. It's about her making more money. Nothing more, nothing less. This woman does not know the meaning of loyalty, friendship, and respect, because clearly if she fucked over the person that helped co-create WFAB, Fab, and her upline, Christy Stone, who literally, esa mujer te dio la mano, te dio de comer. That woman gave you her hand and she fed you. And I'm only saying this because without Christy, I wholeheartedly believe, without Christy Stone's help and being a top leader within Monet, I don't think Jasmine and the rest of these WFAB leaders over here would have had the success that they did or the time that they did with Monet. It's been on and off friendship this whole entire year. You're the only one who I feel you not being honest with me. I told you so many times to open up with me, and all you say is nothing's wrong, everything's okay. The final decision was made really recently, and we weren't on speaking terms before that. It was just a thought in my head. I told the girls very briefly and for us to go all out in the next 60 to 90 days to see if anything changes. I didn't feel the need to let you know because during the Dominican Republic trip, this is not something you just tell anyone. But she's just not anyone. She helped co-found WFAB. She is your best friend, or at least she thought she was your best friend. She's just not just some random Joe Schmo on the street. And the only reason why they briefly knew of what I was thinking was because all three of them felt like something was up with me and I couldn't hide it for much longer. Also, you guys just had an issue with Furkan that gave me even more of a reason not to tell you. And I'll go into a deeper reason as to why Kelly had an issue with Furkan. Anyway, I'm not here to argue. I have a lot on my plate. I just want to let you know the plans and where we are. Kelly's comments or captions, yet they had an opportunity call yesterday for iGenius for people in Monet to switch companies. They called cross-recruiting and it's illegal, which she has a point. I've stated it. It is illegal to do what they are doing. Of course, the man scammed me in iGenius, fake crypto. No problem, babe. There are just some things about loyalty that I believe you can't teach. Right on the money. But I've seen firsthand how you move and how you move with your people. And your morals and loyalty just don't match with mine. Hence why I've been distancing. You claim to have best friends, but they are only your best friend for as long as they produce in your business and are under your influence. I've seen it firsthand multiple times. To have a conversation with someone on how to be a loyal person is not a conversation I'll have with anyone. It's either you got it or you don't. Fortunate how things played out, but I'm not going to repaint someone after true colors have been shown. I just can't afford to have that energy around me. Anyways, I'm not here to argue with you either because clearly we don't see eye to eye. If you want to take WFAG back to the first network marketing company that robbed you 5 years ago and scammed your entire team, good luck with that. I hope one day you realize who was really there for you. Kelly, you deserve a round of applause for that because that was killer. Jasmine was an iGenius. Not only did she help scam her own downline, but she got scammed by her ex-boyfriend Kane and then left iGenius because of that to go to Monet. No concept of loyalty, respect, ethic, or morals, and they really pride themselves in showing that in their stories, their reels, their IGTVs, and their stories, that there are a community, that they are loyal friends, that we help build communities here, that we want to uplift women, not drag them down, that we're not dream stealers like anti-MLMers. Honey, at least I'm not scamming people. At least I didn't get scammed out of money. I don't think you could say the same. The irony of it all is when I tagged her in an IG story where Dre posted a supposed VIP customer becoming now an MP and having a backdate of fucking February, but it was fucking, I think it was, what, October or what have you? She was like, I hope, what was it? What was her exact words? Something along the lines of, I hope this hobby pays you. I mean, it sure does. I get revenue money from my YouTube channel. I get to partner up with actual brands. I get paid, unlike you who apparently deranked 7 ranks and were living off of a lifestyle that wasn't even completely true. That wasn't even completely yours. I just love her response though. No problem, babe. In conclusion, WFAB Monet is not a thing anymore. They are moving WFAB into iGenius. All of these girls are now going to become crypto experts with a scam company. How do you go from being a beauty influencer to a crypto babe? If I ever start a merch line, I think that would be the first thing. I'm a crypto babe. These women don't know nothing about cryptocurrency, trading, or anything like that. They didn't even know what the fuck their own policies and procedures about their own fucking company. They talked about how they weren't buying ranks, which we're going to be discussing too in this video, that they weren't buying ranks because Monet has a compliance where they don't allow that. Yeah, y'all bitches were buying ranks. And there's proofs of that. Where there is no loyalty or trust or respect, there is nothing. I am out. Good luck to everyone. Please be careful who you give your money to. If you fuck with the ops, you are the ops. that's law. If this character trait doesn't show you something that Jasmine can do this to her best friend and her other best friend, Christy Stone too, that she fucked over by telling her after she had already signed up to iGenius too. Trying to recruit her to iGenius when her husband is in IML. I don't know if IML is also a MLM crypto or if that's just like an actual legitimate crypto business. What makes you think she won't do this to you? Yeah. I don't know what makes Dre and the Danielas and the other leaders in WFAB from her turning against them. It doesn't make any sense. And clearly, the reason why she's trying to poach her own downline is because she knows that if she goes with a big downline, she's ranking up very fast, very quickly, making a shit ton of money. And sources have been telling me too that when she was in iGenius, or not even Genius, in Kuvera, same shit. She wasn't making money a year into it. She wasn't making jack shit. It wasn't until Rakan, Bank of Khalifa over here, got into her downline and started making her a fuck ton of money, according to my sources. Now she's trying to get back with her ex, Kane, who she helped rob her entire team, only to then also get robbed by her own ex. Wow, this is fucking rich. So now let's move the whole WFAB team back to the same ex who robbed you and who robbed your whole team previously in the same company. Make it make fucking sense. I've seen clowns wear less makeup than that was a beautiful ending. That was a beautiful ending there, Kelly. Oh wow, yeah. That was awesome. From the first moment that I saw this whole WFAB group, that they came onto the radar for me, I had a bad aura from her and from Dre. Like, it was just something, I was like, there's just something about these girls that just doesn't sit right with me. Their own downlines were asking them for answers, like what's going on? We're hearing all of these rumors about WFAB, what's going on? It's like, no, you have to wait until Friday. With the rank buying, all of the screenshots I'm going to be showing are from Isabella's videos. Go check her out because she goes into a lot more about that than I will. The thing is, they were talking about how they don't buy ranks, how they don't do that because Monet has a compliance department that will oversee everything, and if they see something fishy like that going on, they will shut that down immediately. Bitch, then what the fuck is this?
You can tell that they're not educated on the industry. They're not like things like talking about bonus buying, like a lot of people, like just one example, like a lot of people were commenting that on my IGTV. People buy products to hit their rank, and on top of that, you don't know that Monet, if you actually did your research, which it's hard to find out if you're not a market partner, if you're not in the business. If you did your research, they actually have limitations in place so that you don't do that, so that they prevent you from doing that, because it's not adding up. They literally have measures to prevent against things like that. So, but you're out here like bonus buying. You can't even do that.
Who in WFAB is trying to rank so I can buy from you? Interesting. Then we have here Jenica, aka Jen, who thinks that she's also an influencer and was giving a live on how to be an influencer, and let me tell you, no. One of my girls is so close to ranking, I'm about to get her link. The audacity! Next screenshot we have of like different timestamps over here from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So the entire day. But it starts off with saying that by 11 a.m. they need to have about, what, 275,000, I don't know if that's PV, most likely PV or group volume. And then by 9 o'clock p.m. they need to have about 300,000. Within that same screenshot, it says, when I was in Monet, Jasmine, who is very known in Monet, she was working to hit ED. So she wasn't SED LMNOP rank, all right? She was somewhere below that. As you can see, she was asking us to help her with buying freaking... She was behind 20,000 points, which is a lot of money. She had us buy products under her link or Venmo her money. But I make 6 figures online. I'm living my life. I know Isabella in her video said that she doesn't believe that this was, you know, planned out or like something that they calculated. And, you know, to a certain extent, yeah, I can believe that too. Like it wasn't planned efficiently, and it wasn't planned out to a way where this wouldn't be leaked out before they even talked about it. I'm pretty sure Jasmine and everybody else were talking about this, were in cahoots, were planning to do this because they knew that they weren't ranking, making the money that they wanted to be making, or going where they wanted to be. So I'm definitely 100% sure that this was planned. It just wasn't planned nicely. It wasn't planned in a way that was smart. This is probably the beginning of the end for WFAB. They are literally eating themselves from within. They're self-destructing. And here's a thought that came to me while this was all transpiring. They just launched the Monat, however you guys want to call it, in Spain, I believe Lithuania, and Australia. And they were still trying to recruit people while this was going on, right? What are we going to do with those girls out in Australia and in those countries? How are they feeling? If you guys are in WFAB, please, if you guys want to, you will be kept anonymous. Let me know, reach out to me. I will leave my email. I will leave also my Instagram account. You guys can DM me on there and tell me your experience with WFAB, all right? Because I've had multiple people DM me about their experiences, and they're going to be kept anonymous because a lot of these women are pretty much vindictive bitches, all right? They're vindictive from what I am gathering from multiple people, that they will retaliate if they know who is speaking out against WFAB, which is quite honestly, as I said on my Instagram stories, these women peaked in fucking high school and they're pathetic. We're going to do a little bit of like iGenius. I am no crypto MLM expert. I'll leave that to always Marco. He has amazing videos about this. Also Chelsea, I believe in her video, did a little bit of a deeper dive into iGenius and broke down Dre's math, which in her words, the math was not math whatsoever, all right? Like, how are you gonna go from a beauty influencer to now being a crypto babe? You know nothing about cryptocurrency and you're gonna tell me that you now are going to be shilling this shit? And like with iGenius, they legit have no products. They're selling you a subscription service and it's not even fucking cheap at that, all right? And from what I gathered in my research from the people that I've been speaking to and from this creator out here who was also referred to by my sources, here her name is Amal Jama Williams. She has done a lot of videos also in regards to iGenius. Let me just say, if you were shut down 3 times by the FTC and had to rebrand 2 to 3 times, that's a fucking red flag. That's a major red flag, all right? They were known as Kuvera Global, which is where Jasmine got her network marketing experience from. So she is what you would call a seasoned pro MLMer here. Well, if she says or comes out that she doesn't know that poaching a downline from one MLM company to another is illegal, fucking lies. She knows better. At the time of this publication, when this person was writing it, they were trying to search for Kuvera and it redirects them to iGenius, which is what they are rebranded as now. Person, the CEO is Chad Garner. Not surprised, the person's name is Chad. They were also known as wealth generators. So they first started off as wealth generators. They got into some shit with the FTC. They then became Kuvera. They also got into problems with the FTC and then they became what is now iGenius. Right. In 2018, the Canada FTC confirmed that wealth generators illegally offered Forex and binary options to retail investors in the United States. Keyword, illegally. The regulator filed suit against wealth generators to protect consumers from fraud and other abusive practices. The name change saw investor pivot from Forex fraud to crypto-related securities fraud. So you go from one egregious fraud to the next. Fucking lovely. I don't have any sympathy for the leaders of WFAB, the current leaders of WFAB, I should say. Who I have the most sympathy for are those girls that are following them into this new venture thinking that they are going to make money and it's not going to work out for them. It is not going to. This is what we mean by like there's a cult-like mentality, a cult-like-ish behavior within MLMs. Some of these girls in their downlines look to them and idolize them. For whatever reason, they looked up to them like role models. I don't know why. I hope that what's going on with WFAB right now, they will realize that being in an MLM is not worth it, that they are valuable, that their work is valuable, that they should be paid for the things that they are doing and putting their blood, sweat, and tears for. And it's so sad that they were preyed on when they were the most vulnerable. And I'm not saying people who are vulnerable are weak. It's just that these people were poached at a time where they were not probably even thinking straight. They thought that they were going to get a community. They thought they were going to gain friendship. They thought that they were going to get a second income, and it all was a lie. I would like to thank each and every single person that has helped me with today's video, whether you sent me a screen recording, a screenshot, you shared your experience with me, or you sent me the Zoom call link. Thank you guys so much. There is one more thing that I would like for my subscribers to do, and that is to hit up a link down in the description bar below. This is from Isabella's channel. It's a link to report all of these girls, Jasmine, Dre, Daniela Marie, and Daniela A, for their scammy ways. All you have to do is click on the link. Isabella already did a template for you, so all you have to do is just put your name and email it, because what they are doing, it is horrible. It is illegal to cross-recruit and I would like to thank each and every single person that has helped me with today's video. Whether you shared a screenshot, you sent me a screen recording, you shared your experiences with me, or you even just sent me the Zoom call link. Thank you guys so much. Without you, this video would not even be possible. Thank you to Kelly also, because she is the one that pretty much exposed all of WFAB. And I'm pretty sure without her being the one exposing everything, the lies, I don't think other people would have felt comfortable enough to even voice their own stories, their own experiences with WFAB, and even come forward and sharing their own experience. So thank you to Kelly as well. I do have one more thing that I want my subscribers to do, and that is to click down in the link in the description bar. It is from Isabella's video, but that link will send you to an email template that will go to Monat's compliance department, and that is just so that you can report Jasmine, Dre, Daniela Marie, and Daniela A for what they are doing, which is cross-recruiting, and it's highly illegal. It is stated in not only Monat's policy and procedures, but I'm pretty sure in every single MLM company, there's a cross-recruiting clause or something in there that says that they cannot do that. If Young Living has it and now Monat has it, pretty sure every single other company, MLM company, does. So please click on that email. So please click on that email. The more we report them, the more. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.